The term write-off gets thrown around rather loosely, but simply put, a write-off is one of two things. It's either a tax deduction or a tax credit, and they both have different effects for income tax purposes. But for the sake of answering your question, I'm going to speak in terms of the deduction. Now, an expense write-off usually increases expenses on the income statement, which reduces the profit, and it also reduces the taxable income. Okay. Now, the money that you would save by not having to pay those higher taxes can be maintained in the business as operating capital, which will help fund the financing activities and pay other debts and obligations that the business has incurred. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, you're absolutely right. You don't write off everything. You can't write off everything, especially if you are a small business owner who files a 1040 Schedule C. Now, in terms of home office deductions, that's based on a calculated formula. It's based on the percentage of business use of your home. As far as, and that same formula is used and applied to your utilities and all other expenses that are incurred within your household. So that's based on a formula. There are some deductions that you can take and you can write off 100%. Others you can't. Home office deductions is one of them. Things that you can write off 100% of are things like advertising, equipment, computer equipment, things like that, telephone, cell phone, things of that nature. So right, you're absolutely right. You cannot write off everything. Remember, the Internal Revenue Service allows small business owners to write off all ordinary and necessary expenses required to operate your business. So be very diligent and be very deliberate in when you are identifying those deductions that you wish to take. Most importantly, I encourage any small business owner, before you write off a bunch of deductions, business deductions, I encourage you to conduct a cost benefit analysis to see what impact those deductions will have on not just your overall business outlook, but also your personal outlook. So the more you know.